the sisterhood, helping one another through these bad times.
Do you think it's as simple as this, John? I keep thinking, is there another factor where, like, who dumps who? Like, whoever's on the receiving end.
I have to be honest with you. Being in a long-term relationship, and the person I was with prior to being with Scott, I dumped. So
you were fine.
I was fine. I was the person.
Well, no, I mean, I'm serious.
I'm being totally honest with you. And obviously, it was a man. So I don't know how much. It's very different for two men than it is for a man and a woman. We were having this discussion. I think it is because when you have the split ups, both usually when it's two men or two women who live together, they both have careers. They both have lives outside of that home. Whereas I'm not saying, and I'm not generalizing. A lot of families, one is the breadwinner, and that could be the wife or the husband. Yeah. So when there is the split up, one takes more than the other, and that's why, going back to what we discussed earlier, there should be something for people who live together. There should be something for married couples. There should be some sort of agreement that when they do this, that there's an equal split. So there's not one burdened more than the other, or one getting less than the other.
I guess the courts would say that's what they try to do. I don't think.
Yes, but you do have the situation where some men and women split up, and the women, as you said, it gets 10 years down the line. The man is remarried, he has more kids, and the woman is still raising the children that the man has had, and he should be paying maintenance for, and he doesn't pay maintenance, and the woman is living a very hard life, and that's where the problem comes in. It shouldn't be like that.
And yet, Stefan, I would love to know how long they say men do worse than women, because while I accept it, that may be initially the case, I don't think after a couple of years that would be true, that men suffer most.
Yeah. I've been married for quite a long time now, and I'm rather hoping I'm not going to have to deal with this, but whenever I've had girlfriends and split up with them in the past, whether it was me, or whether I chucked them or they chucked me, I was in a mess.
Really?
For ages. Yeah. I was like a sick puppy. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
I was out of the clubs.
I should have been doing. And there's me.
Interesting. I really do wonder whether or not it's who dumps who is the critical thing, because based on my own experience, if I get dumped, which obviously is very, very infrequently, I am also drinking myself into a stupor, whereas if I do the dumping, I'm moving forward.
I think you have a point there, because I remember when I was in high school, and I was,
that's amazing.
That was a long time ago. But I was going out with a girl at the time, and she dumped me. I mean, it was just friendship. There was nothing going on. But she dumped me to go to prom with somebody else. I was devastated.
It's that macho pride.
Yeah, but it's macho pride. But also, I thought to myself, I'm not going to let her make me feel bad. And I think that's from that point on that if ever I was involved with somebody or in a relationship and I found things were going wrong, I was the first one to make the decision.
Right.
I was not going to let that happen to me.
You will not be alone on that score. Do men suffer most than women when a relationship hits the rocks? Kirsty, what do people have to say?
Okay, we have Scott first on line 1.
Morning, Scott. Scott.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your Scott.
Not your Scott?
I hope not.
Do you think this is true, Scott?
Yes. You see, if a woman breaks up with her husband or boyfriend, walks into a pub and meets her friends there, they'll sit around the table and talk.
Much, much worse for the bloke than a guy who just says, well, thanks very much, it's been nice going out with you, I'm off now. It's got to have a bearing.
Yeah, because men find it very difficult to assess what's happened. They find it difficult. Why has she left me? Why has she gone? I was the boy of her dreams, apparently, 5 years ago.
Scott, it's awful that happened to you, and I'm very sorry that you were in that situation. But it's also unfortunate that you have the situation around you where you feel that your male friends would make jokes over it rather than to kind of comfort you. And I think that's something that men need to kind of come past, because maybe the reason they would make fun of it more is because they've been through the same themselves.
They can't face
They can't face it up themselves. that's why, you know, and I'm not being silly in saying this, and women say this, and I know this, you know, that's why a lot of women and a lot of men have a lot of lesbian or gay friends, because they'll listen to those situations.
Well, that's something I wanted to ask Scott. Scott, could I just ask you, do you not have any girlfriends you can talk to?
Good question.
Do men not, are you not able to talk to a woman about this?
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
That's a bit sad, because actually women are good listeners. They're not all, you know...
I wonder, it could be very easy
Like
to be in
your
a
wife.
relationship where the wife doesn't want you hanging around or having female friends. I mean, it's a fairly blinkered view, but I'm sure that there are couples out there.
But, Scott, just look up online or something if you can and see someone, because it sounds like you want to talk to somebody about it. Find an organization to give them a call and spill your heart to them, and I guarantee you'll feel a lot better.
Indeed, and there's also many more fish in the sea. Believe me, I've been trying to catch them. Fish, primarily. Scott, thank you.
Okay, we'll take Robert next on line 2.
Robert, good morning. Thank you for the call.
I'm actually quite surprised and quite shocked to hear that the men are feeling like that. I thought it would have been.
But
I'm quite surprised.
Both were dumped.
No, I understand that, but also that they would have been so emotionally affected by it, because you know you're all brought up as men to be macho and move on and deal with it, and it's actually kind of refreshing to see that it's happened.
Okay.
I don't mean that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Screechy says we've got to take a break, which is a shame, because we've barely scratched the surface on that. But we want to give some time to our final talking point of the day, which is when we find out whether your choice of house plants...
It's down there. You carry on working. So, I have no idea.
And does she just do the lawn, or does she do the bushes as well?
She does the bushes, she does the easy tiger, she does the whole lot.
The bushes. Perverts. You're right, John. Do you want to tell us about your banana plant?
What's really sad is I don't know if it's sad, but I have all of those plants in the garden. So and in London, in the house in Wales, nothing in none of the plants are real. They're all fake. They're rubber. They're plastic. So I think it's a load of rubbish. I will say I am adventurous in the bedroom. I'm just going to put that out there.
Thanks for sharing.
Absolutely, and it comes from my mom and dad. Ew. I don't mean it that way.
I love that lady who says that. Never had sex in her life. Leslie, what have you got in your bedroom?
I don't
That's
tell
not a personal question.
I don't even get started with
What
it.
do you have in your house?
Oh, stop it! Well, I think I've got 2 house plants. I have nothing to do with them. The cleaning lady looks after them. What I do have is lots of cut flowers. What does that say?
I bet that
have a
must
house
say
full of
something.
flowers. Does that say anything? Am I a feng shui
You don't
kind
like
of
people
nightmare?
rooting around down at the bottom.
I put lots of rooting
guessing.
powder in there.
I've got a better joke, but it's too early.
I don't know what this is supposed to say. I do grow ivy effortlessly. That's growing
In the bedroom or just random?
Yeah, well, no, just everywhere.
That means you're assertive. Are you a hidden dominatrix?
Whoa! Look at me back to levels this morning.
Honey, I've done many a show with you. I've seen them.
Now, Kirsty, what have you got in your bedroom?
I've actually got a dead orchid and a brown palm.
That's brown palms.
No, my partner and I have been together for 17 years, so I think this is a cause off, to be honest.
Okay, no, I was just checking that you weren't some kind of evildoer, mass murderer who might have phoned up. You kill your plants, you kill your
fun in
men.
the bedroom, though.
No, the plans, sorry?
Do you have fun in the bedroom?
Oh, yeah, of course, I have fun in the bed.
Brilliant.
Right, that's it. I just found out the boss is sitting in the gallery as well, watching every second of this. Had I known, we would have been talking about really important stuff like Labour conferences or whatever. Anyway, we've done the other stuff. That is all we've got time for. It has been a joy to spend my morning with you again, John.
Thank you.
Best luck with the album. Best to John Barrowman. And thank you for bringing Captain Jack as well. Honestly, one of the best shows I've ever done, thanks to you.
Anytime, I'll come back
likewise,
anytime.
the guys down the end here, Stefan, Leslie, terrific. Ladies and gents, they deserve super play. Judges show babe Pollyanna Woodward is Friday's special guest. We'll talk television critic Kevin O'Sullivan and find out if we still judge women on their appearance today, and if so, should you expect it? See you 9:15 tomorrow. Bye for now.